Okay, so I got recommended this new channel. It's not new, but I never watched this guy, and I have no idea what to expect. So this channel is called I Did a Thing, and it seems that it reflects what he does really well. The title is very intriguing. Without watching the video, I already love the comments. The fact that you are still alive is genuinely impressive.
How you going? I'm still in lockdown,
Hey.
and I'm bored, really bored. So
Oh
bored,
yes,
I've
it
been
was during
finding ways to
COVID.
make mundane activities more of a challenge and dangerous. But so far, I haven't found anything exciting enough. But then I saw the X-Men.
This is the best possible first impression.
Today, I'm gonna make my version of their hammer.
I mean, I was in quarantine too, but I wasn't that bored. I was just gaming. I already love this guy.
And even though I'm thoroughly sick of lockdown and being unable to do stuff, luckily today's sponsor, NordVPN, allows me to travel the world wherever I want. Here are some photos of me on my recent trip to Paris. And here's me in New York key.
He's both Russian and Australian.
All across the world. Just go to
Can he even be killed at this point?
To get a 2D. No,
There are two types of unkillable men, Florida man and Australian man, so
beat me to it, making
I'm not
this,
surprised
which
he's
is used to
alive.
drive nails through brick and metal. And I could just buy one of these, but look at that price, $1,000. I'm definitely better off making my own. So the first thing I did was buy a $2,000 lathe. Okay, so this is my plan. I've collected all the scrap metal in my house.
okay. Huh?
Which I reckon I can combine to make this. It's pretty simple, just a block of metal in two pieces with a swivel point here. Then you put the nail inside with a charge behind it, and when I hit the nail here, it moves back and hopefully sets off the charge, firing the nail out the end. And some of you might recognize some similarities between this and stuff made here's baseball
Is
bat.
this even
But look,
legal?
if he's allowed to copy my steel-toed croc video and make it much better, then I'm allowed to copy his video and make it much worse. And that's my idea, but I don't actually think I have the skills to make this, since this is my first time using a lathe, and so far I've only made this. So hopefully making the hammer is
I
similar.
mean,
And unlike
for a
this,
butt plug,
which is
it's
made from
impressive.
round bar and fits in the 3-jaw chuck, I'm using square bar for the hammer, which doesn't
You need to
fit.
have some
So either
strong
I add another
butthole
jaw
to
on the
use
side,
this.
or use this 4-jaw chuck.
Bro.
This sounds like an easy solution, but when you put material in a 4-jaw chuck like this, it needs to be centered using one of these. And I hate being precise. I always avoid it, but now, thanks to this tool, I have the ability to tell how unprecise I am, accurate to 1/100th of a millimeter.
It's like when I
This is
DM
dumb.
for a D&D
Feel like
campaign
nothing I
and
do
one of
makes
my
any
friends
sense.
is
I
playing an
hit this
artificer,
side,
and they
and
come
now
up with
this
the
side's
dumbest
moving. And then I
idea
turn this thing, and now the whole
for
thing's
an
the wrong way.
invention ever. I'm like, yeah,
But after mucking
go for
around
it.
with it for ages,
Why
I
not?
seem to have gotten
What
the
can
piece
possibly go
roughly in the
wrong?
middle. So I brought in the tool to do a cut across the face.
I just hope they will never see this guy. This
And
is
lathing is a lot of fun and really makes you
oddly
feel like a
satisfying.
man with a big manly tool. Mainly because it allows me to finally grow facial hair.
no.
And that facing cut feels pretty
Oh
smooth.
my god.
And after comparing it to my face, it's much more flat. Okay, now I'm going to drill a hole in the center of the block. And this is the scary part, as if it's not centered, all the machinist watching will make fun of me.
It's even more interesting to watch this without having, like, any idea of how this shit works. That's a weird choice for a soundtrack.
this sucks. If I can't get the drill bit out, I'm gonna have to start all over. I tried yanking it out by turning the lathe on while holding the other part still, and even tried putting it in the freezer with diced mangoes, which always helps me relax and shrink in size. But nothing worked. But then I had a genius idea. I grinded some flats on the side of the drill bit and used this wrench to attempt to turn it out. Yeah. Which worked, but I still need to make the hole a little larger. And I've decided from now on, I should definitely use a safer approach and use a dummy and some lubricant.
Respectable. I'm not sure that this is
And
kind
I'm
of
pretty sure the
protection
lathe
team
isn't meant to be making
whatever.
this noise. So I just put on some ear protection to fix the noise, and that looks pretty good, and the blank also fits.
That's pretty perfect.
Okay, the hole is done and seems to be in the center. So I just cut the tip off using the world's most unpleasant tool,
Oh shit.
and then decided I had had enough of staring at these blanks and wanted to see what actually happens if
So
I just
what hit
are
are
with
those?
a hammer.
They look like actual bullets. What are they used for? In like actual
Now without ear
normal
protection for some reason.
3, 2, 1.
human activities, not this, whatever
I
fucking
don't
this
know
is.
why I did that. My ears are literally still ringing while recording this. But I still decided I want to see what happens if I hit it again, but this time with a nail on top. So I put the nail in, then place the blank underneath.
Dude,
And it's very important I do
no.
this in that order so I don't accidentally set off the blank and die. Then I hit it as hard as I could.
2, 1.
And nothing. And again,
Not even a safe screen or... Oh my
this time I
god.
placed a sharper point behind the blank.
Imagine getting
And still
shot but
nothing.
by
And
your
then I tried
own
placing the blank on flat metal
invention.
and also clamping the device so it doesn't fall onto the ground and then point towards me.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. I saw some sparkles, but that's it. Oh, and then the fire alarm too.
Where did the nail? Oh,
And
that is
it went in horizontally.
terrifying.
Oh my fucking god.
I cannot
Imagine
believe
shooting
that these say they are weak. I'm
This
so glad I didn't buy the strong ones. Let's check upstairs and see if that did any
inside of
damage.
this very small room. If you accidentally shoot yourself, you can say goodbye to your entire fucking leg
And
probably.
that works a little too well, which might be my fault, as I spent an hour like a sweatshop worker machining like 100
But it's still
nails down
impressive
until I had
though.
an
I've heard
airtight
about
fit
like
in the hole of the
a
hammer.
military
And I'm
pilot
really
who
starting to think I
shot
should
himself
make
while
myself
flying
like
on a
Kevlar
plane.
apron or something to protect my innards.
I have never
If
heard about
for some reason anyone watching has some
Australians
Kevlar they don't
who
want
shot
that they wanna
themselves
send
with
me, hit me up.
hammers.
Okay, moving on with the
So,
build, I need to make a
in a
hinge
way, it's an
between the two
achievement.
pieces. So I decided to just use a store-bought hinge, which will attach to the bottom of some flat bar like this. And now it's time for something else I've never done, which is use this tap and die set to create threads in metal. But first, I thought I'd better read the instructions very, very carefully to make sure I don't die.
Oh.
Then, once it was kind of together,
Well, I
I
mean,
realized a potential problem
thank fuck
with my
he at
design,
least
which was
read
that
it.
the round could go off when I closed the hinge.
Is the least you can do in this
Which
case.
it didn't. So I set it off with a stick once again.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's too powerful. So
It's consistent. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it is consistent. Put something on your fucking ceiling, dude.
And let's go check upstairs again.
Oh no.
What?
And that works great, but I still decided to swap the
Can you
hinge
even
out
move
for
them
a more
now?
beefy one, which I took from the door of this cabinet. And I like this thing. It's like I'm holding a badly rendered pistol. Now I need to decide on the locks that hold the
This
pieces
can be
together.
legal.
And at first I was going to go with this kind of artistic wanky lock, but I don't actually think it would hold together with the extreme forces on the hammer. So
The
I went
design
with
is
this
very
sturdy
human,
one.
yeah.
Then once I tap and not died the rest of the holes, I've essentially got the finished thing. except it looks
Don't they have
really
guns in
ugly.
Australia?
And
I
after
mean,
looking online at other kinds
you can
of
just
hammers
buy a gun.
and other stuff, I found this by Adam Savage, which I'm going to take slight inspiration from. And after all that grinding, I was curious as to how much metal I had actually lost. So I measured it, and strangely, I gained around a centimeter. Then I cleaned
Impressive.
up the other pieces using my sick tech deck skills from my childhood. And so far, this has actually been pretty easy. But now comes the hard bit, where I grind in the
It
more
looks
delicate
cool,
details
I won't
and risk
lie.
stuffing up this whole piece, which I'm terrified about. So I rolled a die to see which piece would be sacrificed first. Now I'm going to try and create an angled section on the side, and I can do this in two different ways. The first, by locking the grinding face at an angle, or I can do my favorite method, which is to lock myself at a 45-degree angle, so I'm consistent with my grind.
I mean, I understand that he's
And after
probably
combining the two,
aware of
I
what he's
created
doing.
this. So then I just did the same thing on the front to create these
So he
cute little
understands
triangles, which
how to
despite
make
my
it
fears,
safe.
actually look pretty good. So then I attempted the
Doesn't
scariest
make it
part,
less
which is a
scary for
rounded
me.
groove cut into metal, which blacksmiths and whitesmiths like to call fullers. So I tilted the belt at this sharp angle and started. And while doing this, I actually found the best angle for grinding was when I placed my head right here, which allowed me to see right along the face. But it
free
also
haircut?
means the metal
I mean,
dust gets a good view of my face as well.
you need to look
And
for
after all this
positives.
grinding, I was starting to create a bit of mess.
We're
on the
stressing
floor
out
with all
too
these iron
much.
filings.
You
But
can't
luckily,
have
I had
this
a mate who
outlook on
told
life.
me a tip,
You
which
need
was
to
to
search
place
for
a bucket
positives.
of water directly underneath the grinder, which is actually
Oh my
great as it
fucking
keeps
God.
me nice and cool while doing this hot work.
Forget about what I said.
Okay, the fullers look pretty good, although it is starting to look more like the G word, which I'm too scared to say on YouTube. And this definitely
Yeah,
isn't a
it
G,
looks cool
it's a
still.
hammer, not
I
a needle.
agree, but
It's just a homemade, slightly a dodgy version of something I can buy from stores. So then I switched to this belt, which I found in the bin of a waxing salon. And the tiny hairs stuck to this belt give the metal a really nice finish.
Okay.
My God, that's smooth.
And look at that, I'm proud. It actually all looks good, except these little overhanging lips. So I gave it a labiaplasty. Now you're probably wondering how I'm going to stick a handle on this thing. And so am I. I definitely should have planned how I was going to do that from the start, because now I'm just going to have to go with the easiest, worst option, which is most likely going to ruin all of this work. And I'm going to attempt to weld a piece of pipe here and then just shove
Just
the
use a
handle in
tape,
like
man.
this. And after a quick test, cutting another piece of pipe and welding that onto another piece
Enough
of metal,
tape
and then
solves
hitting that as
any
hard as I can
problem.
against an anvil, I think it might hold. So I just got a piece real hot, squished it in the vise, and then closed my eyes and hoped for the best.
Oh,
I really hope this doesn't stuff up.
Thanks
This has
for
been
the
my longest
flashbang,
project
dude.
so far, and took me a crazy
It's really
13
dark in
minutes
my
and
room, it
59
hurts.
seconds to get here. And I had to sit through a Nord sponsor and 2 unskippable ads, so this better work.
oh my God, my eyes.
And after filling the piece up with about an inch of lava, the weld actually looks alright and the piece hasn't deformed. So then I cleaned off the black stuff until it was shiny again, and then did some research trying to decide on the finish for this metal. And what I do like is stone washing, where you etch the metal in acid. Then people on the internet will get that metal and put it in a rock tumbler to get this nice looking surface which protects the metal from rust and looks rustic. And I don't have a tumbler, so I figured out another easy way to make your own.
I like
All
how
you do is
the
you get your
fucking
metal,
butt
put it
plug
in your
is
pocket
still
with
there.
some stones from the garden, and then put it in the washing machine for about an hour, which gives you this. And I decided I don't actually like this very much, so I'm sticking with the shiny finish. But I'm also going to copy what every wog that moves to Australia does and cover pointless parts of it in gold in an attempt to make myself look more serious.
Nice.
Then I grabbed some oil and rubbed it all over the wood before using some quick set epoxy and a bolt to lock the handle in place. Now the instructions of the epoxy don't say you have to panic, but I find I get better results if I
This
use
looks
the
a
wrong
lot
size
better than the
bolt,
first version.
Quickly.
which I then have to cut down and then burn myself on.
Dude.
I then like to freak out that I'm not going to get the handle in place before the epoxy sets, ruining my whole project, meaning I'm not going to be able to upload a video in time and I'm going to become irrelevant and not be able to upload on YouTube ever again. And it worked. Then I took it back to the beautiful hairy belt to smooth it out. And I do like these hairy belts a lot, but just like the Thai place down the road, I find I get much better results when finishing by hand. And it's done.
It does look cool.
So I decided to do one last vice test just to make sure it all still works.
I don't know, the fact that there is a fucking bullet inside with a nail, it just makes me shrink in my chair.
Nice. I don't know
Oh,
why I
good
didn't place a
job.
piece of wood there or something. Let's go upstairs.
Poor carpet. It has like 3 holes in it.
What? Oh,
Oh my god. You can't walk barefoot on
And
this
I'm
floor.
very happy
ever
with that.
again.
This thing is powerful and beautiful. Definitely the coolest thing I've ever made. But I just realized that the vise was definitely adding heaps of support on the side and on the bottom of the hammer. So before I swing it by hand, I decided to put it on this rig, which perfectly recreates how my arm works.
Oh.
Which didn't work. And again. Then I figured out what was happening. My hammer was working in the vise, but not for the reasons I intended. I thought the nail was moving back and pushing the blank, setting it off. But that wasn't actually happening. Because I was scared and crouching down to make sure I didn't die, I was actually hitting the top of the hammer, not the nail, which meant I was squishing these 2 pieces of metal together, setting off the blank. So I switched to a shorter nail so that the end of the hammer would actually hit the table. And
I don't know if I should be happy or sad about this thing working.
whoa.
I feel like I'm both at the same time.
alright, let's hammer some stuff that you shouldn't be able
What are there
to.
fucking
Like,
kids on the background?
This fry pan.
You can't have kids anywhere around this man. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's
Let's smash through
impressive.
that easily.
Stuck.
But it is pretty thin.
Imagine
metal,
having
so
a
let's move on
fight with
to
your
some
bros
thicker
with, like,
metal,
2 of those.
This, a barbecue plate.
It's going to
which
be
is
your
a
last one,
centimetre and
but
a half thick.
it will be kind of epic.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Far out that was a loud one. Okay, it's stuck. Ooh. Whoa. It is punched a clean hole. You can see the punch marks for the way that it kind of blew it out at the back. That is insane.
This shit is
And
actually
after that
scary.
success, I think I'm going to take it off the rig and have a go at hitting it myself. And I'm honestly so surprised this thing hasn't blown apart yet. And
I
even
don't think
my
it's even a
dodgy
question
weld
if you can
seems to somehow be holding up.
unalive
So
a
I stacked
person with
up
it or
some
not.
stuff in front of me and
But I
decided to hit.
Do wonder what its limit
block.
is.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh my god, I'm terrified of this thing. Leave it away from me.
At least he has some safety measures now.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
3.
It will 100% go through the book. If it went through the frying pan,
That was actually
Oh.
fine to hold. Don't go all
It
way
went through table 2, right? Is it in
And
his
through
floor?
the book, through the table, through this surfboard I have here,
Oh.
and is sticking out. That is insane. I'm going to stop playing with this thing.
It's the only good decision he made while
Thank you
recording
so
this
much for
video.
watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check out some of my other stuff.
I really like this video. It's really good. I mean,
How you going?
as I said, it made me shrink like in my chair a few times. It is very scary. Making a headset that's illegal in every country. I am watching all of those. We are watching one of his videos every stream from now on. I don't care.